If you're looking for help, I would call Ed, because Ed is his experience and his ability to decipher and understand really what your problem is, what is the hurdle, is incredible. Not to mention the fact that he brings another 10 executives together each month for you to benefit from hearing their struggles and their solutions and their opportunities. So it's really 10 for 1 in this scenario, and I think it's, you really can't put a price on that. It's priceless.
I look at Ed and the executive forums as a package. The executive forums are the resources. It brings the business owners together in a very confidential environment where we can share anything with each other, and each of the forum members ask very probing questions also, because the ultimate is we want our businesses to be better. What Ed brings to the table is an excellent way to facilitate that process. The facilitator is an instrumental part of the forums. Without that, we'd just be probably asking each other questions. But Ed keeps us on task, and then it's the individual coaching that he takes away and he gives back to us in our one-on-one sessions.
We went through very meager growth between 1977 and 2003. In 2003, Ed came into my office and explained the program, the Renaissance Executive Forum program to us. And being an entrepreneur, there's not a lot of resource that we have to better ourselves as managers and owners of companies. So I thought I'd give it a try, and I went to a few sessions, and I was very impressed with the diversity of people in the group. At that point in time, we had a CPA, had a banker, had some salespeople, and I was able to learn from each of these people, explaining what they had gone through in the last month. Everybody gives a recap on what they've done in the last month, and so you can take a little bit, you take some golden nuggets from everybody who's explaining what they've done in the last month, and then by the end of the session you go home with your brain full of ideas on different things that you can do to better your business.
And Ed seemed to understand what I was actually looking for, which is an environment where there are true leaders and best-in-class individuals where I can learn from the group, as opposed to me learning from me contributing more than what I needed, what they were able to contribute. So it was an opportunity for me to be part of a group that would allow me to take my company to the next level. And I felt like Ed's group allowed me to do that.
I think one of the things that I always find in the forum meetings in particular is we'll be discussing whatever it is that's going on, and we'll be having conversations about various topics. Inevitably during that time frame, those couple of hours once a month, it'll trigger other thoughts. And the notes that I take during the forum often are not related to what's happening in the conversation, but it's a place where all of a sudden things click into place and I solve issues that have been percolating in the back of my head. It's fascinating, and I know other people have experienced that because we've talked about it. So it's not only the content of the meeting and what's happening in that moment, it's also the ability to just kind of relax and think about the business, and ideas come.